Good morning, St. Lucia. It is Monday, 22nd of November, 2021. We're in a different sort of background if you want to always tune in to NTN on a morning for our usual update with Lucia and Homer. And we are in downtown Castries, but we're at the Financial Center this morning, where we're just moments away from the official launch of the youth economy. And it is something that has been promised by the government of St. Lucia, and we'll be seeing the first steps in that being initiated. A little later on, we'll be saying good morning to Homer, but first I have with me a very, very special guest, and it is just so fitting and it happened quite coincidentally that our guest for this morning, he is Mr. Marvin Joseph, and he is the founder proprietor for, and he's an entrepreneur, let's use that word, an entrepreneur, and he is called Lucian Child, and he is in the business of handmade soaps. We want to say good morning to you, and then, as I said, it's an exciting day because as an entrepreneur, as a young person, the government of St. Lucia launching the youth economy this morning, and so this ties in very, very well, and I'm sure it is an area that you too will be very interested to find out more about. But let's talk about Marvin Joseph. Who is Marvin Joseph?
Okay, I'm Marvin Joseph. I'm the owner of Lucian Child. I make natural products. I make a wide variety of products, from soaps, scrubs, creams, hair grease, teas, and I use a lot of local stuff. So I take things from my surroundings, I create something beautiful out of it that would benefit all of St. Lucia, and I also ship internationally as well.
But how did you get interested in this area?
Well, the thing is, I was just interested in doing something locally that would benefit our people, because I see in St. Lucia we have a lot of natural resources going to waste. You know, when mango season comes, there's mangoes everywhere. Bananas, we have a lot of bananas, we have a lot of stuff going on in St. Lucia that we could make good use of it. So I just was thinking of putting all these things into use so that we could benefit out of it.
Now, one second, making the soaps, but your fascination with soaps, how did you decide that this is the particular product you wanted to make?
Well, in the beginning, I was actually working. I was working at Sandals, but I was also thinking of something to start with. And then I started doing some research to see what I could incorporate all these things into to create a product. And I realized soap is one of the easiest thing, because with soap you could use any fruit, any spice, you could use herbs, you could use a lot of stuff and incorporate it in there. So that was one of the things. But at the beginning I didn't just start as a business. I was looking like for a hobby. So I got the stuff and we tried to make a little hobby, but it didn't come through. It didn't come through at the beginning, but it's after, I traveled and I see different soap shops. I got excited to see all the varieties, all the scents, and then when I came back, I really got into it.
You saw what the possibilities were.
Yes.
Now, in terms of being able to find the skill in order for you to do the soaps, how did that happen for you? How did you learn how to do the soaps?
It was basically researching and trial and error. So I did a lot of research how to get it perfected, and then you do it the first time, but it wouldn't come out the way you want it to. It wouldn't be as solid as you wanted. It wouldn't make enough lava as you wanted. But keep trying and trying, and then you get better at it and you pull a perfect recipe together.
Beautiful. And now, for a lot of entrepreneurs, they start so small. They start in their kitchen. For you, is that where the magic starts and happens for
Yes.
Lucian Child?
Yes, that's where it started. It started in the house. And we started giving samples away to people because I was still working at Sandals. We started giving samples to people at Sandals, our team members, and they try it and they liked it. They started asking for it. Yeah, so that's how it started. It started really small.
Great. And how have you evolved in terms of the varieties? Because you spoke about using all of those natural ingredients to be able to make the soap. So tell us about the range of products that you have.
Well, presently I have 18 different soaps.
Wow.
Yes, 18 different soaps, and it's not even a lot. It's not even a lot based on the amount of variety and scents you could make. It's just a small number when it comes to soap, because you could create basically any type of soap you like. Yeah. So I have 18 soaps, I have 4 scrubs, I have a crease, I have 2 different creams, I have essential oils, hair growth oils, oils for dandruff. Yeah, so I just keep going. I want to even further extend into shampoos, conditioners. They have a thing you call a shampoo bar. It's a solid bar, but it's a shampoo bar and a conditioning bar. I not yet have this, but I want to go into it. I not even have deodorants as yet. So there's still a lot more I could go into.
I'm fascinated to hear all of this, and to think that you just started off as a hobby, which is exactly what the youth economy is about, being able to take the passions of our young people and translate that, turn it into economic empowerment for them. So what has been the sort of reaction from the marketplace for your soaps?
In the beginning, people were a little skeptical. People was not really accustomed to it. People was a little shy, but now you get a lot of people into it, diving deep into it, so that you have customers that's only what they use. There's nothing else apart from these natural products, and it's really going faster than before. So I make much more now than I used to make before. So people are really loving it.
So how have you been
excited about it?
Yeah, I'm excited just listening to it. But where do we find your products?
Presently, I have some of them in the craft market. I have some of them in the boulevard, that's next to Republic Bank in the alleyway. I give Black Amigo some of them in Baywalk Mall, that's on the Kapak side. So he sells them there. He don't have everything, but he has some. And then I have it in town, in the market, and I have it in the boulevard.
Now, in terms of your growth, what is the business? Is it still just you making all of these soaps? Have you been able to employ other young people as well, or family and friends helping out?
Yes. I have 2 persons selling for me, one in the market and one in the boulevard. I had a young man selling for me in the boulevard, but he's no longer with us, so my sister took over. But I taught my sister how to make a lot of the products, so she knows what it's about as well. And I, in the future, looking to open a factory shell where I could employ people so that it could be going. I want to supply all the supermarkets, put them in the hotels, have them shipped internationally. So it's something I'm looking to go into.
Well, I'm certain that is all of St. Lucia listening to you right now is rooting for you, so that you can realize what that your dream is. Because by realizing your dreams, then you are definitely, putting up St. Lucia at the pedestal, playing your part in being able to further the economy of St. Lucia.
Yes.
So, Lucian child, Marvin Joseph, you've heard his story there, and certainly a young man with a vision for where he wants to see himself. And as I indicated, that too is going to be a broader vision for St. Lucia. We want to thank you for all of your efforts and wish you all the best in your future endeavors.
Thank you very much. I very much appreciate it.
Wonderful. So in just a few more minutes, as I indicated, we'll be seeing the official launch of the youth economy, and the financial center. We're on the 5th floor, the conference area, and it is quite a buzz, lots of activity happening, as you can tell. So we'll take a very, very short break, and we'll be back. Let's just say good morning to Homer on the other side of the break.
Cut them loose. The anxieties, the worries, open up to possibilities, accept the uncertainties and cut them loose. the bitterness, the hopelessness. Plant a seed of hope in your mind. It will grow and flourish in time. Hold on a little longer. Life encourages you to grow. You have so much to offer. Look, tomorrow is waiting to say hello. Don't give up on yourself. Instead, reach out for help.
Perhaps it's time to reach out to someone. Call the Health Helpline 203 toll-free anytime to speak to a professional. A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Back live with you, coming to you from the financial center at Point Seraphim. And listen, Homer, good morning. And you know, I was just saying earlier that there's just so much energy in the room right now as we are waiting the official launch for the youth economy. We've been seeing members of the Embassy of Taiwan in St. Lucia, members of the staff of the Office of the Prime Minister. We also have the Attorney General is here, Honorable Daisy, and the Honorable Minister for Infrastructure, Honorable Stevenson King, has just walked in as well. And so we are just minutes away, Homer. So listening to Lucian Child and Marvin Joseph, you know, the maker of handmade soaps, and I can tell you that I was just inspired by him actually.
Yes, I think he's quite a talented young man, and I actually use some of his products, and they work so well, Lisa. The castor
So that
oil.
explains your glowing skin. But Homer, you see, Homer is a sort of young lady. You know, she's that sort of don't ask, don't tell individual. Homer does not share her secrets, and so thank you, Homer, for not sharing, but for sharing now.
Secrets now.
Thank you for sharing now.
My hair, I exclusively use Lucian Child for my hair, so I use his castor oil, and he has a virgin coconut oil. He said that's so good, and I love the local products, but you know, when it comes to castor oil sometimes, or even coconut oil, there's a smell that's not as favorable when it's done
Yes,
locally.
a bit of the pungent.
You don't get that with him.
And sometimes some castor oils can be very heavy as well.
Right.
Yes, it can weigh the head down.
You don't get that with his, and so I tried it once and I absolutely loved it. And yes, it has been my little secret, because you know, sometimes when things are too much in demand, you go to look for yours. I would share with you though, but
well, I'm happy that you shared with me and all of St. Lucian, because it's really about Lucian Child and being able to have his operation grow and grow.
True.
But indeed, and so I am happy that you can personally attest, because, and you know, he was saying earlier that when he started off, there was such skepticism from the public, and that's expected. A new product is coming on, especially if you're dealing with your skin and the face. You know, we're all very particular about our faces, of course, we can see, and our hair as well. So I'm happy that you can attest to how good the products are, and that by using it, you've been seeing the results of what it claims to do.
Amazing results indeed. And I think, you know, this interview, Lisa, is fitting, given that, you know, we're seeing the youth economy growing and growing, because we've been hearing a lot of talk about it, and we're seeing progress when it comes to establishing a youth economy in St. Lucia. And the whole purpose of the youth economy is to get young people to use their talents for economic benefit. So I think Marvin and the work that he's doing with Lucian Child is a testament to that. And not only that, you know, we just passed Creole Heritage Month, and it was Kilti Kajiwi, and there was a whole segment that they wanted to kind of pass on the herbal remedies and even our local products, making castor oil, making coconut oil, and the benefits of those local products. So I think that also ties into the work that he does as well. That's one of the things I wish I learned how to do, make oil. And so the fact that he has that talent and that he's using it is really cool.
Yeah, well, I can't speak to being able to make the oil, another secret that Homer has.
I wish I could. I don't know how to make it either. I don't know how to make it either. I wish I could.
Oh, you wish you could.
I wish I could.
I wish you could. But so tell me about your earrings. Are these made by Homer?
You know it.
Yeah.
So these earrings, actually, I had twine lying around, and I figured I could have made something with this. it. So I played around, and that's what came out of it. They were quite bold. I don't know if
They're very bold,
They
but
are quite bold, but-
they are statement pieces.
Exactly
and I
that.
love that statement piece. Very good.
Exactly
so
that.
again, Homer is part of the youth economy, and certainly that she is among all of the young people in St. Lucia who will be listening quite intently as to how they too can benefit from what is coming up within the youth economy.
Exactly.
So we want to also tell you this morning that while we're doing this wonderful thing here at the Finance Center, the Do Nation Foundation, Homer, they are this morning having a launch as well, and the Good Deeds Day launch is happening, and it starts at 10 a.m. and you could follow them live on Facebook at Do Nation Foundation. You could also listen to them on Sufre FM 88 or 88.5. That's 88.5, and so Good Deeds Day.
You know, speaking about Good Deeds Day, another commemoration that happened over the weekend and most schools are celebrating this morning is Children's Day. I think that one is really nice. Just passing near some schools, I saw all the children dressed in blue. I guess blue is sort of the theme for Children's Day, and it's a brighter future or better future for each child is the theme for this year. And so it's nice to see the schools, not only the children being in the schools, but for them to be able to celebrate Children's Day as well in their very own way. That was nice.
And we're happy for that. And I think they know that such observances really spotlights the successes that we've had in being able to provide protection for our children, safe environments, but it also speaks to us and lets us know that there's so much more that we have to do in order for us to ensure that all of St. Lucia's children are safe. And so we want to say happy International Children's Day
indeed
to all of our children, and for the parents as well. Is there an International Parent Day?
There should be. There's Mother's Day and Father's Day, so I guess that's what.
We just want to have parents, because
just
now
parents
everything is
together.
just going so gender neutral these days. So we just want a parents day, because guardians can parents, that sort of thing. But we're now seeing that the Honorable Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre is now here, as well as the Ambassador of Taiwan to St. Lucia, His Excellency Peter Chan. We also see the Minister for Commerce has also arrived, Honorable Emma Hippolyte, and so that can only signal, Homer, that we are just a minute or so away from the official launch. So we want to close off here. We want to say thank you so much for joining us for this little update with lots of activity happening at the Finance Center. But Homer, we stay tuned for the official launch of
course,
the youth economy.